Hello, this is Reed Felton with the Cheese Harp. I'm going to share with you how to choose a cheese slicer and what might be important to you. So, how often do you see yourself using the slicer? Would you use it more often if it were easy and effective? Do you want it on your counter or do you want to store it in a drawer? Is the aesthetics important to you, especially if you leave it on your counter? Is it easy to clean? Is it dishwasher safe? Does it have a quality feel to it like a good kitchen tool should? Can a child use it easily and safely? Is it better for light occasional use, or do you see yourself using the cheese slicers for making charcuterie boards? So, lots of things to think about. It's your decision. You know how you'll use it. I hope this is helpful for you to think about what cheese slicer might work best for you. I've seen a lot of videos online about cheese heart comparisons and how to choose a cheese slicer and rankings of cheese slicers. So, as an inventor of a cheese slicer, I thought it might be helpful for you just to watch how some of these work. None of these other videos really demonstrate the cheese slicers per se. So here we go. I'm going to start with what almost everybody has, a kitchen knife. This is a chef's knife. If I slice with this, guess what? A lot of friction, it's going to stick. Not the best choice, okay? What about a knife specifically made for slicing cheese? Here we go. Guess what? It still sticks to the knife. So what do we know about knives for slicing cheese? They get the job done, they're not the best selection. Let's move up to what they call a cheese plane, okay? Now this is Swiss cheese that has been in the refrigerator. It's fairly stiff. Let's check it out. Still kind of difficult to draw it through this. The backside is sticking. And it tends to break the end of the cheese off. You can see I didn't get like a complete slice. Let's just give it another shot on a skinnier piece here. See if I can improve. All right, much better. Again, this is not what you want to use if you're making a charcuterie board, but if you just want a few slices of cheese, hey, it's not expensive and it'll work. Now we're going to move on to a couple of wire devices. This one has been around for a long time. It's somewhat difficult to adjust. It's hard to tension the wire. It's got a little roller, and it's hard to actually adjust the thickness. It's hard to get a continuous slice as well. And then how do you finish the slice? If I turn the cheese, I can finish it, but again, I get breakage. I don't like it particularly, but a lot of people have them, and they do work. This is an updated version, has a nice sophisticated system for tensioning the wire. Same concept, okay? I think this wire's a little thinner and cuts a little bit better. That's okay. It works. Again, this is not a production tool, so you won't find that in a commercial kitchen, but if your needs for a lot of cheese aren't great, this is an option. Now I'm going to move toward this other slicer. It's kind of like a paper cutter. I'm sure that was probably the inspiration for it. This is by Westmark. Very light duty. I'm a tool guy and I like tools that feel good in my hands. This does not have that kind of feel. However, I will say it's pretty effective. You can dial in the thickness of the slice right here. So that's kind of nice. It's the only tool I've shown you so far that you can actually kind of calibrate it and make consistent slices. So two nice, slices, same thickness. You can also cut meats and summer sausage and other things with this. This blade is extremely sharp, dishwasher safe. So that's a nice option. So even though I don't like it, doesn't mean you won't like it, because it's a pretty nice tool. I just don't like the feel of it. So, all right, we're going to move on to a wire cutter, wire-based slicer. These slicers are anywhere from probably $10 or $12, and maybe with a fancier wood base up to $55 or so. So Some people consider these disposable. Once the wire breaks, they throw them out because the wires are hard to replace. However, being a wire-based cheese slicer, it works pretty well. You can see, cuts pretty easily, almost effortlessly, because the wire is thin. Because the wire is thin, if you're cutting stiff cheese and use too much effort, you're probably going to break the wire. It's not easy to change. So the other downside of this is this groove collects cheese bits. So better be careful, you don't want spoiled food contaminating good food when the wire contacts those cheese bits. So nice option. It's a wire base, but you have to move the cheese and it's difficult to get uniform slices with this. Now we move to the cheese Harp, which is my invention. So, spoiler alert, I'm not totally objective here, but I think you'll see the difference. Alright, so what I can do with this is I can resize cheese easily, I can actually dice cheese. The Harp actually comes off for storage, the wires are super easy to change, unlike these other cheese slicers. So the way this works is if I put a little lateral pressure on this, it advances right to left. Okay? So now I can show you that I can look straight into the camera and give you perfectly even slices without even looking because I'm just moving the Harp exactly the same distance every time. So if you take a look at that, there we have 6 absolutely perfect slices. I can resize cheese easily or I can even dice it. So we'll give you a little dicing demonstration here. Okay, and then I'll turn it 90 degrees. And away we go again. So pretty soon we're going to start the omelet. So, cheese Harp. It's the way to go in terms of if you want something that aesthetically appealing. It's been accused of being industrial artwork. A lot of people that I sell these to leave them out on their counter. Obviously I'm proud of it, but this is $185. So this is not for everybody. This, as I said, is probably anywhere from $10 to $55. I believe I paid maybe $35 for this. These are not expensive, $15 or $20, something like that. And then I think this was $12 on Amazon. So you can run the whole gamut for price. Depends on what you need and what you want. But I hope, folks, that I've given you a good example of how these work. Are they right for you? It's up to you. So thanks for watching. I sure appreciate it.